Hey guys, Steve Breeggemann here. I am a ag sales support rep with Ziegler Ag Equipment based out of our Mankato, Minnesota location. And today I'm going to talk about border creation in a FendtOne terminal. So I'm in a Fendt 720 currently, and to create a border you obviously have to have a field selected. So I'm just going to use this generic Field 07 name. So on the right hand side you'll have a bar right here, and if you don't, you can just hit this top icon, which will make the bar pop back up. So you'll have create a new field, and then this third icon down is going to be your border creation. So if you select that, you'll have a couple options. Your first one's going to be recording, and recording worked area, and then contour segments and delete border. So the first one, recording. So if you select him, hit the green check. So now it's going to have you select where you want to record from, the left side, right side, or the center. So I'm going to select right, highlight that in green, hit the green check. So now, being I don't have an implement attached to me right now, so it's going to just record off the right side of the machine. If you'd have an implement attached in your implement manager, it would be on the right side of that implement. So if it was a 30-foot implement, that the line that'll pull up will be 15 feet to the right. So for right now, if I just want to hit record, and as I start moving, you'll notice a red line is going to start appearing just on the right side of the machine. So now if you notice also, there's a pause and a stop button. So that pause button is if you wanted to be able to square off a corner, nose into the corner, pause it, turn the corner, and then back into it to square it off real nice. You can hit pause, and then a play button will reappear, which I'll show you. So I'm just going to stop, hit pause. So now if I would stop, square back up into the corner, going the other direction, you can hit play again, and now it's recording again. But for this example, I'm just going to round off the corner here just for room in the yard. So now I'm just going to drive back down and make a loop. So then again, if you had wanted to square off this corner, you just hit pause, you get squared back up. Like I said, so right now it's recording just off the edge of the machine, and where the line starts is actually going to be about center in the hatch above your head. It's going to start recording fore and aft where that receiver is mounted in the roof. So to be able to get into a nice square corner, you will have to be able to drive into that corner or back into the corner far enough to be able to get where that center hatch is above your head. So now if I'm coming back up to the edge of the border, say if that's where I want, I can hit stop. So now this is going to ask you if you want to save the border. So this is just going to give you the length of how long you drove, the area, and then just kind of give you an overhead view of it. So you can hit the green check mark, and now there you have a border. And to see a full bullseye or bird's eye view, you can hit this icon up here. So that's the border we created. So if we go back in, and that was with recording. So now if we want to select recording with worked area, let me go back and select a new field. I'll just use generic Field 09. And with this one, we have to have an implement attached. So I'll go into my implement manager, and I'll just select this 10-foot planter that's in here. Go back to my map. So there's my planter or my implement that's behind me. Go into the border creation and recording with worked area. Hit the green check. And here we got to select which side we want to go off of. I'm going to go off the right side. Hit the green check mark. So now it gives you a record button. However, when you're doing it this way, the record and pause are all going to be tied to whichever hydraulic function you have set to record for your mapping, for painting on the map. So mine was that red hydraulic. So when I put the implement or the planter down, it's going to start recording. So then this would work the same way as if you wanted to square up this corner. You would lift the implement up, get squared up to the corner, Now drop the implement. See my red hydraulic there to drop it. Now I start driving again. So if you can see it, there's a real faint red line on the edge of that implement, or on the coverage map. So again, here I'm just gonna come around the corner. And back to where I started. I'm actually going to square back up to my line here. And when I came to the end, it says you have reached your end. You want to close the border, hit yes, and there it's the same length area. It's kind of gave you the same shape file that we have. So now you can hit your green check mark, and again you can hit your overview. So then there you can see there's a darker or a lighter blue line for your border. So now if something happened where you didn't like that border, it was incorrect, it moved over time, you can come in and hit delete border, hit the green arrow or the green check. It'll ask you if you're sure you want to do it, green check mark. Now you hit your overview or zoom out. It does not give you that blue line anymore, and you cannot select the border button. So that is how to create a border in a FendtOne terminal. If you have any further questions, please reach out to your local salesman or support staff. Thank you and have a good day.